Opera SM, we're going to be bringing you another Seize the Day deck tech using the what I'm calling core set block constructed requirements that the event requires. You can only build with Origins, M19, M20, and the Odyssey newly released set. Despite those small number of sets available for building, you can still make very powerful decks. And Analconda posted some really solid decks built around Rupture Spire in From the Ashes chat. So let's take a look at Phil's list here. We have Golos Tireless Pilgrim for 17 of 5/7 Legendary Artifact Scout. When it enters the battlefield, fetch the first land support from your library and move it onto the board, so that will get Rupture Spire into play, and then activate 2. Exile the first 4 cards from your library, then move the first 2 different creature cards, creature or supports from your exile to play under your control. Gin of Wishes costs 23 for a 6/6 flyer. When this creature enters the battlefield, create 3 Gin Wish tokens, which are blue support tokens with 2 shields. They can't be reinforced, and then when those supports are destroyed, draw a card and give it full mana. So if we have ways to cheat these guys into play, like Golos and Jin Pop tokens popping, we can get them in for much cheaper than their cost. Yarok is a really cool card that I did not have back when this was in Standard yet, because I think M20 was only there for a little while before it rotated when Eldraine came out. But Yarok is great with these triggers. He costs 17 for a 5/7 legendary Death Touch lifelink. He's an elemental whore that has whenever a non-token, non-copy creature enters the battlefield under your control, copy that card onto the battlefield and it loses a reinforcement. So this effectively gives us double triggers for our Golos, so we'll get 2 Rupture Spires and we'll get 3 and then an additional 3 Gin Wishes. So these all pair together super well. We have Scape Shift, which will fetch out the Rupture Spire as well. For 11, it destroys all gems of your Planeswalker's colors. We are using Tamiyo, which is a very good decision because of the inclusion of white. We'll get to that in a bit, why Phil ended up including that. It was a missing piece. I was trying to do some of this stuff with Broken, and it was working very well, but the white, we'll see, really kicks it up a notch. And when so we'll destroy 3 different colors, all the gems of that color, so it will wipe away a lot of the board. Rupture Spire for 9, one of the best uncommons from that set. It was a sleeper for a while, in my opinion, until we realized just how powerful you could build around this guy with fetch effects for lands. But for 9, a land with 3 shields. When it enters the battlefield, destroy all gems of your Planeswalker's colors, and then at the beginning of your turn, convert 3 gems to your Planeswalker's colors. Blue Sun Zenith, because we're in blue, this card is insane. For 16 mana, it will draw you 6 cards and then give them all 10 mana, so it's just fantastic. Moving on to white. White offers 2 cards which just make this deck awesome. Isolate, one of the best removal spells in the game, I think. Cost only 9, but exile creature your opponent controls with the lowest cost, so it's exile and untargeted removal. And then if you can't, exile opposing support with the lowest cost, so you can exile supports as well. All for 9. This is fantastic. So this could cast off of Blue Sun Zenith. And then Luminarch Ascension. This masterpiece was one of my favorites, one of the first I got from M19, and it was insane. Okay, granted, I was a luck sack, and I got Luminarch Ascension and Blue Sun Zenith very early on from some of the elite packs. So, but this guy was still very awesome. I played this a lot in Elspeth Angels. It can just create a ton of angel tokens. Costs 13 with 4 shields, so it can survive even if your opponent, or even if you have a couple Rupture Spire goes off and takes some shields off it. But at the end of your opponent's turn, if you didn't lose life, this support gains 2 shields. And then activate 3 white, create X angel tokens where X is equal to this support shield divided by 2, rounded up. So with these 3 white activated gems, those are one of the colors of gems that we're going to pop with Rupture Spire. So we're going to get 3 triggers off of this and just start making some huge angel stacks. I did a test game of this and it got over 100 power worth of angels stacked. very quickly. So these two white cards were awesome, and great job, Phil, for thinking about how to include white to get these guys in there. Last two cards, Season's Growth is a great draw engine. It costs 9. It has 4 shields as well as an enchantment, so it will stick around even if Rupture Spire pops a couple times, which is important. Whenever a creature you control enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. The second thing, whenever a creature you control is buffed by a spell, draw a card, doesn't really come into play here. But imagine we have an angel stack, even if we only have 1 card in hand, this is going to refill our entire hands. So this is really, really cool to just make sure we keep a bunch of cards in our hand as we're Rupture Spiring or casting stuff off of, wishes popping and such. Last card is Talent of the Telepath. It's just a solid filler card for only 5 mana. Pick one of the next 3 cards from your library, fetch it, and then you gain 3 mana. So let's go ahead and give this deck a try. I practiced, and I'm going to try not to lose it, but we're calling this the Analconda STD deck. So let's go give this Analconda STD deck a run. We're going to be playing against Chandra. So hopefully this will be a pretty fast, easy match. But yeah, again, kudos, Phil, for figuring out how to get this in Bant colors with Tamiyo, because that was a missing piece when I was playing around with this with Broken. My Broken version is still pretty good and pretty solid, but the white really does. Those 2 cards just take this deck to a whole nother level. So really excited to show you guys a video of what this thing can do. And again, I believe he used this for the right node, I think, of the event. So if you're looking for that, this shell, though, can also be adapted with just a couple cards to work for the other nodes too, probably. So keep that in mind. All right, this game will eventually load. What is happening? Why are you not loading, game? Okay, I'm out in an area with not the best Wi-Fi right now, so, yep, as judged by the network error, so we're just adjusting a little bit, and sorry if I get a little background noise, I had to pick up my phone to do stuff. So, alright, let's think about this now. Maybe Luminarch Ascension, soon on, actually, let's get Luminarch Ascension down on the board fast, because that might just be able to win on its own. And then Talent of the Telepath after that. But just getting an Ascension down as soon as possible is great. So we can have white into white. Oh my, we might just go full-on Luminarch Ascension, not even have to do any of the rest of this combo. It's that powerful, though. If you can get them down early, it's amazing. So we got a green and a green here we'll take. Alright, so what we're going to do here is, just to make sure that we get to show you the power of this, we're going to make sure that I don't pop this Rupture Spire too soon. But let's see, we've got, we can do a black into a blue here. We can do, yeah, I think black into blue is probably going to be our most efficient way to do this. What else do we have as an option? Blues maybe into whites or blacks, but let's just do the black into blue. Alright, so we have 10 shields on this, and there are 3 popped gems, so that should give us 15 angels, which is freaking insane. So let's go ahead and fire this off. And Bryce made a really stupid match. He was not paying attention. So we'll wait another turn, which is not bad because we'll even get more angels now. We'll pretend that that was on purpose. It was not on purpose. I'm not paying attention and just made a stupid match. All right. So let's see. We don't need this isolate yet, but we can keep it in our hands. So let's actually make a match that works this time. So we'll do this blue match. We'll get one of our things to fire off angels at 12, and then actually this is good because this will give us one more angel, because now these other ones are only going to give us
5 angels apiece, I believe, because it rounds down. Or maybe not. So, okay, cool. Well, yeah, so yeah, we now have 72 power worth of angels on the board. So Luminarch Ascension with these with these Rupture Spires is just bonkers. All right, we'll get Yarok on the board. Let's see, we can get a green into a black and a white. Great. More gen tokens. Wow, we didn't even have to activate any of the rest of that combo though, which you know, you get creatures and gens to find all this stuff. But yeah, so again, awesome builds, Phil. So so if you have the cards to do it, go try out Analconda STD today at your next Seize the Day event. All right, take care, everyone.